Right.
You know, if you are there out there, I'm really sorry about that. Sometimes these things happen when you're doing live streams. So apologies for that. Okay, so Rover or not answers. Andy Todd. Right, so we'll start with Scott. Andy Todd.
I said yes.
Yeah.
And Bolton.
Yes, and Bolton is correct. Only by 4 games, though. Did you go no there, Glenn, looking at your face?
Yeah, I went no and Charlton, so I don't know where that's come from.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you've had better luck with the next one.
So Lucas Neal was it next
Lucas
one?
Neal, yeah.
I went yes and Millwall.
Yep, there you go.
Same.
2 points.
Same.
Thank you. Was it Gail Givet, the next one?
Yes.
Yep, Scott, what did you go there?
I said no and Monaco.
I said no and Marseille, and I was torn between changing it for Monaco as well.
Yeah, it's Monaco. Tim Flowers, I think, was next. Glenn?
I've said yes and Leicester.
Ooh. I said yes and Southampton.
It's no and Southampton.
Oh. Didn't realise he played for Southampton for that long.
Yeah, was he on? Did he come up through their youth system? Is that why?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I think he was probably 26 when he came to us. Something.
Yeah, he wasn't that young.
Yeah.
Next one. I can't remember the name. I think it's another defender.
One of the Olsons.
Olson's Martin. Yeah, Martin Olson. Martin Olson. Scott?
I said yes and Norwich.
You get 1 mark. It's no and Norwich. There's only 2 games in it. Craig Short, I think, was the next one, Glenn.
I said yes, and then wild stab in the dark at Sheffield United.
I would have said Sheffield United.
I said no and Derby.
Yes, and Notts County.
Oh, Notts County.
Notts County.
It's a tough one, that. And then the last one was Benny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Glenn?
I've put no on Porto, but I think Porto might be wrong.
Porto's right.
No.
Yeah.
I put no on Porto. Oh, you're right.
Porto.
I have the same as Glenn. I had no on Porto.
I wasn't keeping score there. Could you add those up for me?
1, 2, 3.
Easy to add up. 6.
9.
19 plays 27. So again, we're back up on all streams now. I will investigate what the problem was at the end of to make sure it doesn't happen again in 2 weeks' time. Really apologise for that, but that if you missed the whole round, that was basically whether each of these players has played the most league games for Rovers, and if they haven't, then who would they have done it for? So there was 2 points available for each one. You obviously can see the answers there. All the stream will be available and the questions will be available for you to view afterwards if you want to catch up on anything that you may have missed. So again, apologies for that. We'll move on to round number 4, Wish You Were Here, which is a picture round, which is grounds that Blackburn Rovers have visited. And we're going continental this week. So we're going to start with this one, question number 19. Can you name the team who plays here? So we're not after the stadium names, we're after the names of the teams that play there. And these, I can't guarantee that this is what the stadium would have looked like when you went, if anybody went to any of these matches, but these are the ones that I managed to get hold of. Glenn's looking for clues.
I thought I had it, but now I'm thinking I don't. Yeah, might have to change that.
Anyone who was getting some picture clues in the last couple of days, you won't recognise one of the photographs here because I changed it because somebody pointed out that it's pretty obvious which one it was. So, question number 20. Which team plays at this stadium? The problem with it being continental Rovers edition is that obviously none of this happened in this decade or the last decade. So it's a bit of guesswork. Nice. It's an interesting stadium.
No.
Question number 21. It's definitely getting into the realms of guesswork here.
I think that's one of two. I'm going to gamble.
Just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit laws of averages, really. Question number 22. Who plays
In
here?
team, though, who we played, so you maybe can work it out.
Well, maybe my last gamble wasn't the right one.
You know what? I was going to say that at the time, but because you might want to change it after you've seen the other ones.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell you're in the right area of the continent. I think there's one more after this. Question number 23.
Good questions, Andy, as ever.
Oh.
Okay. Question number 19, I think it was. The first one anyway. The first one was green seats. Scott, do you want to start us off with that one?
I went Legia Warsaw.
Yeah, I went the same. I scribbled out Celtic and changed it to Legia Warsaw.
That's right. It's the Polish Army Stadium, I think it's called. Question number 20 was the nice, like, kind of roundish sort of one. Glenn, did you get that?
I went for Ball.
Well, Scott?
No, did we travel to Ball?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I put Leon in the end.
It's Feyenoord.
Oh, Feyenoord.
My second guess was going to be Nancy. Was it Nancy we played?
We did play Nancy.
Yeah, it was that weird thing where you only played either home or away, wasn't it? Yeah.
So originally I was going to get the Nancy Stadium, but then I realised when I looked at the fixtures, we only played them at home. So it's Feyenoord Stadium, the Keep Stadium. And then we travelled into Scandinavia for the last three. So, Glenn, what was your guess for the next one?
I've gone Rosenborg.
Scott?
I put my pa, or however you say it.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Scott, you're on a roll. So the next one?
It must be Trelleborg.
It is Trelleborg.
Yeah.
I had that one.
Did you get that, Glenn?
Yeah.
And then the last one, Glenn, you've already said the answer, so actually there's no point.
Yeah, so I put Spartak Moscow for lack of a better answer, but I think it's Rosenborg, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you get that one, Scott?
Yeah, I got that one.
So
Yeah. So they play in white and black, don't they?
Yeah.
I think that's how I got that one.
Yeah, there's also a nice little R there in the corner of the photo.
I think because I'd already put it, I just completely forgot we played it in the Champions League. I thought, no, I've already got that one. That's fine.
Right, let's move on to the random bag of crap number 2. It's 21 plays 31 at the moment. Let's get on to question 24. Who made more Rovers appearances? This is league appearances, sorry, it's not overall appearances. League appearances. I didn't put that on the slide. Mark Atkins or Grant Hanley? Question number 25. Who were the last fellow founding Football League members we played? So there's kind of two aspects to this question. Who were the last fellow founding Football League members we played? So obviously we're talking about, is it 12? I think it's 12 founding Football League members. And who was the last one of those that we played before this hiatus? I was pretty proud of that question. When I came up with that question, I was pretty proud of that.
Yeah, because it was the anniversary this week, wasn't it, of the founding?
Loads of people getting on the high horse about Accrington Stanley being named when it was Accrington.
Yeah.
Ian Herbert, if you're watching, I saw you.
2 right as well. Get things right.
You've got to get them right. Question number 26. This is another corker. What links Rovers, Israel, Facebook, and the Toronto Blue Jays? You can thank me later for those.
Is it gettable as opposed to Clayton, which we had before?
Yeah, of course it's gettable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to remember. I'll tell you what, though, Scott. You'll remember Clayton now, won't you?
I will.
Yeah, I was wondering whether to give a clue. Because no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to go with it. Question number 27. The old spelling question. Can you spell the full name of the Polish international goalkeeper we signed on loan in 2012? He started 8 league matches. So we're talking first name and surname here. And you got to do it big so I can see.
First name? Oh.
I can't even remember a Polish goalkeeper. This is mad. 2012.
Yeah, I think it was the season it was the season after we got relegated, I think.
I wouldn't know what he looks like, to be honest.
He is, yeah. At least you don't have to try and spell it, Glenn, if you don't know it.
International as well. That's...
yeah, two caps. So,
yeah.
But when you're competing in an era of Artur Boruc and...
It's not Artur Boruc, that's one down.
Okay, I'm going to move on. Question 28. Who was that? This is tough as well. These are hard. Who was the last player to score a hat-trick against us in a competitive match? I'm prepared to be wrong on this one because I had to troll a long time to find this.
Oh.
Trying to think of heavy losses.
There wasn't that many. I
think I was there for this. I think I was at this game. I can't lie and remember the guy's name.
No idea.
Going to move on. Question 29. How many former Rovers players made Pele's greatest ever players list? So this was something that was done for the centenary of FIFA. It was meant to be obviously 100 players, but Pele couldn't narrow it down apparently. So it's 125 players. Yeah, so again, former Rovers players as in they ever played for Rovers. Former Rovers players now, as it were. So I'm not asking for who, I'm just asking for how many. So it's worth a stab.
As I'm so far behind, can I get an extra mark for names?
No.
No, it's probably for the best.
I'll give you a chance to get them though. If there are that many, there's it might be 0. It's not 0. Number 30. Who does Roque Santa Cruz currently play for? Yes, he is still playing.
No idea. Guesswork.
This is where betting on obscure football pays off.
You've got it.
So it does actually
I'm pretty confident with that one.
With money, does it not?
Yeah.
Question 31. Who has the longest name in the current squad?
That's just first
I've put the caveat,
and second name.
yes, as in like full, but first and second name, not middle name as well, just first and second name. It's as written on the Rovers website. I've put that in brackets there just to scare off any debate from when I do give the answer out.
Well, last time, I was just saying, well, the Rovers website was wrong last time. It messed your quiz up last week.
It messed my entire life up last week, but I've gone back to it again this week anyway. This is the final question of kind of normal play. 3 marks available here. Name the teams who made up our EFL trophy group in 2017-18. So this is not the under-21s when we played in it. I think it was the season before. It's the full team when we were in that League One season. Who else was in our group? And I think, yes, I've got all the questions written down here. Okay, so let's get these answers in. Gone too far. Okay, so Mark Atkins or Grant Hanley, Glenn?
I went for Hanley.
You've seen the answer already. Is Mark Atkins. It's actually by quite some distance as well. Did you have Atkins, Scott?
Yeah, because when did he sign? I don't know, 87 or something?
87 or 88, I think it was.
Mm.
Who was the last founding member we played, Scott?
Derby?
Yeah, right. So it was actually the last game we played. Funny that, isn't it? Did you get that, Glenn?
I went Stoke.
Which was a pretty good guess, to be fair. But I didn't know when I set the question up that the answer was going to be literally the last game we played. I thought that was quite a nice twist. The link, what linked Rovers, Israel, Facebook, and Toronto Blue Jays, Glenn?
Ayel Berkovic.
I ignored the last two as well and put Berkovic.
Yeah. So the question that I probably should have said the flag of Israel. Does that make any better? No, it's
blue and white. Yeah.
Facebook logo, Facebook colour scheme is blue and white. The Toronto Blue Jays playing blue and white, Rovers playing blue and white, and the flag of Israel is also blue and white.
Very good, very good. Nice question.
The next one, the Polish goalkeeper. Glenn, you didn't know who this was, did you?
I've had a wild stab in the dark again, but
I'll look at Scott's spelling if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll put it up. Right.
That's a brilliant attempt, but wrong. There's a Z missing. G-R-Z-E-G-O-R-Z.
I went for the lesser spotted Sebastian Arai, was he called?
Oh, lovely. Yeah, very Polish name. I bet you thought you got that as well, didn't you, Scott?
Who puts a Z there in the name?
Polish people. Hat-tricks. Who scored the last hat-trick against us? Anyone? I don't really care.
Yeah. Was it Hugo Rodriguez?
Good one, but no. This was in the championship.
Right.
2013. It was Dwight Gale.
Of course it was, yeah.
Dan from ROVERschat got that, apparently. I called him a cheat, but he maintains his innocence. The Pele list, this is an absolute corker, this. Glenn, come on. Who have you got?
I've gone 3.
Right.
I said 2.
Do you want to have a stab at names?
I said, go on, Glenn.
I've gone Shearer, Djorkaev, and Elad Juve.
I said the first two. Yeah.
Oh, I'm worried I might have missed Joker. Is he definitely on that list?
No, honestly,
No
we're
idea.
just guessing.
I've gone two.
No idea.
Elad Juve is on it.
Mm.
Anyway, I'll stand to be corrected on that one. Scott actually gets the point there, despite not getting Elad Juve. Roque Santa Cruz, who's he play for, Glenn? With your obscure betting.
National Asuncion.
It's Olympia.
Oh, that's even worse.
And who's got a long name?
I said Richard Smallwood.
Tosin Adarabioyo.
Oh, of course.
Of
course.
Tosin Adarabioyo. Is that your first mark in that round, then?
It is, yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
I was making sure I got it right. Other contenders for the crown would have been Joseph Rankin Costello if he was listed as Joseph, but he wasn't. He was listed as Joe, and also Daniel Butterworth, but he was listed as Dan. So, question 32: Rochdale, Bury, and Stoke City under 21. Did you get any of those?
No.
Yeah, I got those.
All three, yeah. Glenn, 0.
0 for that one.
Yeah.
Did you not go to those, Glenn?
I'd completely erased that trophy from my memory.
Okay,
I think who missed the penalty? Was it who missed the crucial penalty? I think it was Smallwood, which sent us out.
Richard Smallwood. He's got a long name, but not as long as Oliver Tosin Adarabioyo. The Dare Duel. It was meant to be the crucial Dare Duel. I put 5 points on this. I'll show you the question. And you can play for fun, so it's worth 5 marks. The teams that Jordan Rhodes scored against for Rovers. Okay, so I will let Glenn put a ballpark figure out there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen though with you guys because I need to actually get the answers up that are on my list here. So you can have a think about it whilst I'm spoiling it for everybody at home. Glenn, do you want to put a ballpark figure out there?
19.
Oh,
19.
19?
He was a
Go
goal
on,
machine.
they can name them on that. He's got a trip up.
Right.
Right.
I've suddenly gone blank. Leeds.
Yes.
Got Leeds, Burnley, Peterborough.
Yeah.
Who else have we got? Cardiff.
Cardiff are not on the list.
Oh.
You didn't quite make it to 19, Glenn. 3 was fine.
I was going alphabetically and Cardiff were next, and I thought surely he must have scored against them.
Well,
so easy to trip up, isn't it?
This is another one that I'm prepared to be wrong on because I'll start sharing my screen again with you now so you can see all the answers. I had basically the way that I had to find the answers to this is that I had to go through every season that he played and
Hello.
No.
Fortunately, we're at the end.
Yeah, there's a nightmare.
Just booted me out then as well.
Oh, right. Anyway, we'll get this over and done with. It was so Ben got 3. He went for 19, got 3. I don't even know if we're live. I don't know what's going on if we're live or not anymore. But we're just going to finish it just for us 3. Those are the ones that he did score against. It's in, it's in chronological order.
How many is that?
29. All in mostly in the league. Newport County was in the cup. His first one was against Bristol City in that 5-3.
Yeah. Minefield.
Had to go for it. Had to gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely worth going for the gamble. So out of 55, then I think I made out of 55. 38 I've got. 38 for Scott and 22 for Glenn. Well, actually, with that last 5 points that would put Scott on.
Do I get those by default?
Well, yeah, you get those. So 43 plays 22. Scott, you'll be going through to the semi-finals.
Oh, I'm playing Mikey. Come on.
I can't remember.
That'll be a good night.
So yeah, you might be. Congratulations, Glenn. Thank you very much for
no worries. For doing something.
We do have a viewer's question. Again, I'm not sure if anyone's actually watching anymore, but we'll do it for us if you want. I don't actually have the answers either, but I've got a question we can have a go at. Apparently, there's been 12 Champions League winners that have played for us since 1991. Okay, so I presume individual players who have won the Champions League that have played for us since 1991.
Since we were talking about him. Go on, what was that, Glenn? Sorry.
There's 12, is there?
12. Joker, did he win it?
I've got McCarthy, Santa Cruz, Berg.
David May. Can we have him?
I presume so.
Oh, York and Cole.
Yeah. Anyone?
Oh, can we have Paul Lambert as a manager?
Well, I'm writing them down. Can't be anyone recent, can it?
Chive wasn't. Oh no, Monaco didn't win it, did they?
No, he lost. What, Nuno Gomez? Who did he play for?
Benfica, wouldn't it?
Benfica, yeah.
So I've got a few. I've got a few here from Dan's put us a few up. Michel Salgado. Florence Cinema Pongol is put down.
Liverpool, yeah, of course.
We're on show been at Liverpool then.
Yeah.
Patrick Anderson.
Oh, of course. Sweet. Was he captain as well? Oh no, he took a penalty in the final.
Yeah, so Wes Brown.
Oh, Wes Brown, yeah.
Grabby's not going to be one of them, is it?
No, not Grabby. Oh, Grabby. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I told you yesterday I forgot I lost my questions, and Grabby was actually a question, so he'll be in next week's quiz. Stephen Warnock was at Liverpool when they won it, but we don't know whether he got a medal or not. And Richard Vichka.
Oh,
my axe.
Yeah.
I don't know how many that is. It was a good question, though. Definitely a good question.
Yeah.
I put the end there. I tell you, if you are still out there watching, fair play, because that's been a technical nightmare. Good quiz, right? Great quiz.
Great quiz. Great quiz.
Technical issues. I promise we will not have those next time we're on it, and we'll definitely learn from what we found out this evening. Thank you to Scott, and thank you to Glenn for taking part, and thank you to any of you guys at home who submitted answers, and thank you to the person who put the question in for us to try and answer there. It's a no to Nuno Gomez, by the way, whoever suggested that.
Congratulations, Scott, and cheers, Andy. Enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Brilliant as ever. A lot of work put into that. Cheers.
Yeah, sorry that I ruined it with pure technical issues. In fact, the first one wasn't my fault, but the second one was. If you do want to give anything to Mind, please do so. It's a fantastic charity. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop the stream.